Hello everyone and welcome back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Last time we kind of got bodied by the Ivory King, which tells me we're probably... we got bodied by Ludenzalen. And I tried to clear out the area before them, but I couldn't quite yet. So I'm going to return to the DLCs when I get my stuff all upgraded. I'll finish Ilium Lois and then, or Aleum Lois, I should say, and then I'll do the other two. The only reason I went to this one so early is because I wanted the Bone Fist as soon as possible. But we should probably get to, I believe, at least Dragon Airy before we go back to the DLCs. That way we have easy access to all of the am I dual wielding? I have dual wielding currently. That way we have easy access to all the materials that we're going to need. Okay, who wants to follow me up here? What's that effect you're hitting me with? Don't think I don't see that. Or a swordsman armor. Okay, is there still something back here? There used to be a, my mic's a little bit far away. There used to be a, Ferrous Lockstone down there, didn't there? I don't see it anymore. Weird. And I guess we'll just keep going. Don't fully remember this room being here at all. Alright, I'm gonna go through the acid, but I don't want my stuff to break. Okay, it's not hurting that stuff because it's not equipped. Okay, I'll at least use my claws and stuff against these guys because they need to go. There we go. They didn't make this a mimic, did they? No. Good. That'd be annoying. Something I've noticed about the roll in this game is it's more of a preventative measure than in the other games. Like in all the other games, the rolls are really designed for you to just, you know, roll straight through the attacks, which you can still do in this game. Especially if you bring your adaptability up. But for the most part, the rolls are really to preemptively move yourself out of the way of the attack in the first place. Which is just a different style of gameplay with that, which I'm fine with. I don't get people who always think something is bad just because it's different from what it was in the previous game or in the future game or whatever. You can change things and have it be good. This is going to invalidate 90% of my opinions for most people, but take the live-action Lilo and Stitch movie, for example. I just put a review of that on my new cinema channel that I opened up. And I actually liked that movie a lot. Or not a lot. That's an exaggeration. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was amazing. But I did like it more than the original. But that's mostly because I didn't care about the original movie. But I think fans of the original should be happy that they made a lot of changes. Because when it comes to remakes of a movie like that, live action remake, I think the good thing about them making changes, like with the live action Aladdin, I hate that movie because I love the original Aladdin. But I'm happy they made changes to it, because if you're new to Aladdin, or if you're new to Lilo and Stitch, and you see the live action, it's not like this is the end-all definitive version. There's still a reason outside of whether you just enjoy it more or not. There's still a reason to watch the original version story-wise, because it tells a slightly different interpretation of the same story. And I just personally like the interpretation that the live action gave a little bit more. I prefer the slightly more grounded take on it. That's enough about that. This isn't another review of Lilo and Stitch live action. I'm also going to be watching, actually it comes out next week, or no, this week now, it's Monday when this comes out, but on Friday they're coming out with the live action How to Train Your Dragon. And I love How to Train Your Dragon 1. No, I rolled slightly too far to the left instead of as far right as I meant to. I love the original How to Train Your Dragon, so I'm really curious if this one's going to hold up to me. Hold up for me. I'm going to put my preconceptions aside, though. I'm going to watch it with an open mind, because I really don't want to be those people that just hates it because it's different, or because it's a remake of it. Who knows? It could be good. Why, thank you, Nishandra. I'm pretty sure, first time I played, I did not pick up at all on the fact that she's evil. Because I'm pretty sure in my first playthrough I completely skipped all the dialogue because I didn't care. Alright, first thing, knock your little friend down. Who just has the absolute worst armor. This guy's not faring much better. This is really just a fight to show you how far you've come since the beginning. when you're doing almost no damage to the single Dragon Rider. At least that's the only interpretation I can make that makes sense. Otherwise, this fight is just piss easy and stupid. In the interpretation of just comparing yourself to how you were when you first fought the single Dragon Rider, I think it's pretty cool. But I'm not really going to try to defend this fight. You can't cheese this one, that's a positive. I don't really know why anyone bothers to cheese the original Dragon Rider when he's so easy anyway. I want to be human. And I don't have the upgrade materials for any of this shit, do I? No. I can upgrade my work hook by 1. Or my malformed claw by 1. Can't touch the bone fist. Oh yeah, because I used twinkling. I'm sorry, Lenigras. I didn't mean to waste your time. I actually don't know where they hid the last Estus shard here. Oh wow, I didn't even get enough from that boss to level up once. What if I eat all of these soul pieces? I still have 2 bonfire aesthetics. Okay, this gives me enough for 1 level up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm quite... Oh, just past the Dragon Riders is the bonfire for this? Okay, this has to be the one for doing the Belfry Gargoyles. This one is Executioner's Chariot. These are all the areas after Dranglade Castle. Okay. Then I think there's that one hidden bonfire in Forest. Yeah, the one hidden one, and then the one for the actual continuing the story that we can't get to yet. And that's for Belfry Soul. Oh, the last shard's in Belfry Soul. I forgot there's an Estus Flash shard in Belfry Soul. Assuming they didn't move it for Scholar. Assuming they did not move it for Scholar, there's an Estus Flash shard there. Hilarious. Fatty. That's just mean, man. I'm not falling for your trick. Well, I kind of dicked myself over here. Yeah. Oopsie, my bad. I really thought the turtle would finish breaking that chunk of platform so those guys wouldn't be able to follow me. I guess that's my fault for running ahead of him before he broke it. He gave up on that goal. What? No, I don't want to target that guy down there. Wait, what do you have for me? Nope, that was a message. I guess it was just his soul transferring. I thought I saw an item popping out of him. We're all too early. You have an item. Large titanite shard. Hell yeah. But no, that's not the guy I want to target. How do you feel about taking a trip? Nice. Ah! Okay, this time I would like to actually use the Pharaoh's Lockstone. Use the Pharaoh's Lockstone to get to Castle Sol and get the last Estus Flask Shard. That's the best accent I can do. It's not very good. But it is something. Doing that accent just reminds me of playing Kindergarten 2. God, I cannot wait for Kindergarten 3 to come out. No, I don't want to teleport. I just wanted to activate the bonfire. Let's go to the shard so we can still there. Hello, bellkeeper. Okay, the other ones haven't aggroed yet. I should enter your covenant here, just for the achievement for entering your covenant. Sweet. I remember a ballista over here. You know, I know there's a bell here you can ring. I've never actually figured out what it does. Okay, you're behind the wall. That's fine. There's still someone back here? No. Looks like they lowered the number of enemies in this area, at least. Nope, you two are still the same. Get backstabbed, bitch! It's time to die. Ow. I punch you in the dick. I don't actually know what ringing that bell does. There's an item back here, isn't there? Yes, there is a Simpleton Spice. Kind of worthless, but at least it sells for a decent amount of money. Okay, I just want the Estus Flash Shard. I just want the Estus Flash Shard. That's all I want from here. You're the dual-wielding Avalon guy. Why can't I walk over the lip? Okay, you don't have a lot of health at all. Oh, you guys still do a lot of damage. Didn't think you would at this point in the game. Damn it, I was hoping that would knock all of you off of your feet. That one did, though. He's gonna hit me, but that's fine. Take my flying kick of death. Another Simpleton Spice. Okay, if I remember correctly, Estus flashlight should be in this chest right here. No, it's immolation. Right. Why did I think it was an Estus flash shard? Did that used to be an Estus flash shard? Okay, I remember there being an illusory wall here. Is there actually, or has this message of lies always been there every single time, and that's why I remember it? I almost dropped down that hole too. That would have been bad. Okay, I guess it's not here. It might... Okay, I know there's one usually in Drangleic Castle, so it might just be that one. I really thought there was one in here too, but I guess it's just immolation, and I remembered that from... because I played Pyromancy a little bit when I played the original Dark Souls... when I played the original Dark Souls 2 a lot growing up. Played a bit of Pyromancy. This is such an unnecessarily long ladder. I know they reduced the amount of these guys who wake up on you. If at all. Maybe they wait until you open the door now? There's a ghost? You definitely didn't used to be there. Excuse me, are any of you going to wake up? Mannequins? You certainly weren't there originally. Alright, I guess I'll use you guys. Ow, you bled me. Okay, as long as that guy's active, we're good. Old Knight Hammer. Never using that. I mean, you have almost no reason to ever use the Old Knight stuff anyway, because... Oh my god, I forgot they switched the guys here to a Executioner's chair. I haven't even beat you in boss form yet. Ooh, I also don't do a ton of damage to you. Doesn't help that my strong hits get kind of messed up by the gap in your legs. Who's the summons on for? Sellsword Luet. Mr. Dual Shield guy, I assume you're mostly here to help me with the Executioner's Chariot. Is he running laps like this on purpose? Ow. Ow. Backwards is a bad idea. God, your body shape makes this really annoying with the fists. Ow. I didn't even fight the boss version of you, which makes you think I want to deal with a random version of you inside Drunk Lake Castle. There we go. Surprised the archers didn't destroy me. Oh, wait. Wait, what are you doing in here? You're from Hades Tower of Flame. Okay, they replaced the... Never gotten this far into the game on Scholar before. They replaced the Elan Knights here. The Elan Archers. Elan Captains, whatever their actual name for that version of them. But the bow ones, they replaced them with just a bunch of old knights from Hades Tower. Why? I thought the Elan Archer Captain, whatever they're called, guys, were a little bit more interesting. Unless there's like some lore reason for the old knights being there. I don't know all the lore. I know a good amount of it. Oh, you're a mimic! Oh my god, you did not used to be a mimic! Oh, you're a... No, he did used to be a mimic, I just completely forgot. Well, gosh darn it. We just got goddamn mimicked for the first time. Because I completely forgot there was a mimic there. Yeah, technically we don't even have to go back there. Because once we activated that statue guy, that elevator's there. And that's all we needed. However, down here is where the last Estus Flask shard is remaining. If I can goddamn speak. Forgot you were there, but also don't really care that much. Hopefully the mannequins won't follow me up here. Okay, the Executioner's Chariot is one that despawns forever. I was hoping. If he respawned, I would have been annoyed. Oh my god, the mannequins are actually following me all the way down here. I might have made a mistake. Oh my god, y'all moved so fast. I wasn't expecting you to actually circle around that side of the chest that I was trying to juke you around. Okay, we got this. I found the mace version of these guys the most annoying. Okay, we don't got this. That's what happens when you run past them like an idiot. Guys, the game is so unfair. They just ganked me. Let me just run past everyone and stage a gank so I can say how unfair this game is and earn some internet karma. If you think Dark Souls 2 is unfair, watch Domo 3000's videos debunking Mauler's videos. It's like a whole series, it's like a 4-person response thing. There was Matthew Matosis made a review of Dark Souls 2 when it first came out, and he trashed on the game. I guess because he didn't try to even think about the differences with Dark Souls 1. He was just like, it's not Dark Souls 1, and I don't like that, so these changes are bad. And then H-Bomber guy made a video responding to that where he was like, well, no, it is different, but, like, the differences can still be good. And then Mauler made, like, a 9-hour, 9-part video series that's, like, nitpicking every single word of H-Bomber guy. He's like, I can't believe you said this, like this. This game is a piece of bloody trash. I watched the whole 9-hour series. And having watched it, I can say with full confidence that I don't think Mahler knows what he's talking about. Yeah, Domo 3000 then made a series covering what Mahler said and showing how 100% of the ganks that are complained about are all staged, because if you actually play the goddamn game, they're not going to happen. I do disagree with Domo on some points, though. Like, he has a lot of videos on there that also defend the changes between vanilla Dark Souls 2 and Scholar the First Sin Dark Souls 2, saying that Scholar is objectively better, but some of the changes are cool, like the spiders being afraid of the torches, and I'm sure there's, I can't think on the top of my head, but I'm sure there's other like special interactions like that they added, and those are cool, but most of the enemy changes I don't like. Like, I'm pretty sure right here, there used to be 3 of these guys, I know that, but I'm pretty sure that, yeah, that gargoyle comes to life. I've seen a gargoyle on here before in videos. So the complaint of Dark Souls 2 reusing too many bosses, I can agree with that, but only in the context of talking about Scholar. Because the original really only had, I'm trying to think, it had the Flexile Sentry before the Shrine of Winter. And it had the Double Dragon Rider fight, but that's counted as a separate boss fight, so that just depends on whether you want to count that or not. I have seen this before. They added these bitches to this room. I don't know why they would. I liked how safe this room was originally. There's the Estus Flash Shard. But yeah, there's a lot of changes that I don't like. There's some changes that I do like. Overall, I think vanilla is probably better from what I've experienced so far. I don't know, maybe there's something after this that makes it infinitely better. I'd say maybe Shrine of Amana, but Shrine of Amana is actually not that bad if you just take your time and bring a torch. But, Scholar's still not bad. It's not a bad game. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's still kind of good. It's just, if you're gonna play Scholar, you have to have played vanilla Dark Souls 2 first. You can't jump into Scholar without having played vanilla and have as good of a time as you would playing vanilla as your first Dark Souls 2 experience. You have to experience vanilla first. Vanilla is so much more enjoyable for a first playthrough. Scholar's like a Kaizo run, like a... Honestly, Scholar feels like you're starting the game on New Game Plus. Scholar's the you've already beat the game, now here's an extra challenge mode. I don't have any homeward bones. It's actually faster here to take a homeward bone back to the bonfire than it is to actually ride the elevator all the way down. Because it's so long and so slow. Okay, I'm going to at least fight the Looking Glass Knight here. I should be able to beat him. Hopefully I don't get invaded. If I get invaded by a real player during this fight, I am going to throw my controller. Has anyone ever actually stopped to fight those guys? I probably mentioned this in my playthrough of the original Dark Souls 2 on Xbox 360, but I do really love this fight. I do have some problems with it, though, specifically in regards to the hitbox of his sword. And not necessarily the damage hitbox, but the fact that you can get caught on his sword very easily and it'll drag you with it. Ow. I do think this is one of the more epic fights in the series. Even if Looking Glass Knight does have a serious case of babyface. Oh, wrong direction. I could have dodged through that, but I thought it was gonna go a little bit differently. That's fine. I killed the invader. It wasn't a human. That just barely missed me. It's a good thing the hitboxes are so tight in this game. I lost my target lock. I've never actually had that happen in Dark Souls 2. That happened a lot in Dark Souls 3, though. My target lock was unlocking constantly. You are something. I think this is like a spell or something. Yeah, soul ball. Ooh, 3 bonfires. Setics, Jesus. And with that, we are finished with the Drangleic Castle for right now. We're on to the Shrine of Amana. If they've done to Shrine of Amana what they've done with the rest of the game here, this might be painful. We shall see. Hopefully it's alright. No, it should be fine, because I've heard the worst iteration of Shrine of Amana was the unupdated vanilla version. The 1.0 version of vanilla was apparently horrendous, but that's the version I played on Xbox 360 because I had no internet access for some reason. So I wasn't able to update it. We've since changed our Wi-Fi so I could update it, but I did play the 1.0 version, and I think I died maybe twice going through it. It's really not that bad if you just take your time. But that's going to wrap up this episode of Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. With all that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.